Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. So today I just wanted a little Jappers. I just want to sit and talk for a minute. I get a lot of questions about how to wash cloth diapers or how to troubleshoot people's cloth diaper routine. And what I'm going to say is some people aren't gonna like that, and that's okay. First of all, this should never be a controversial topic. I know it's not going to be popular for some people. That's cool. I'm not here to be popular. I'm just here to speak my truth. I just kind of have my own way of thinking, very unconventional. I'm just very unconventional with my thoughts, and I really enjoy sharing that because I don't like blindly following things, and I like to question everything. And so this specific talk is definitely related to how I have unconventional thoughts and how I just like to question everything.
Wash routines.
Why don't I talk about wash routines? Why don't I tell you how to wash your diapers? Why don't I have a lot of great advice for how to troubleshoot your own wash routine? Well, first of all, I'm not an expert, okay? I'm literally a mom with a camera. That's it. And some people thought I was worthy to follow and to listen to me, and that's really the only reason why I have this platform. But I'm not an expert, so always keep it in the back of your mind. I'm not an expert. I think that will clear up a lot of confusion. I'm not an expert. Okay, now that that's in the back of your mind. I don't like to talk about wash routines because they're controversial, and I don't know everything when it comes to washing diapers. And I will freely and openly admit that. I don't know everything when it comes to washing diapers. I'm not an expert in the area, and from my brain, there's way too many variables going on for me to like really sit down and like tell you specifically what you're doing wrong with your wash. Because I've had a lot of wash routine issues. My washer has horrible agitation, and a lot of the time I actually have to take a plunger into the washer and agitate my diapers so they get clean. Because sometimes I could wash them 5 times and they still stink, and it's like, what is going on here? And I realized the agitation in my washer, sometimes it doesn't agitate the diapers at all. It'll just like sit in the poopy, peed in water and not even agitate. And so I have to go in there with a plunger and plunge my diaper. So I think my experience is probably a little different than like the average experience with like a working washer, you know what I mean? And you know, I think disagreements on this subject are totally fine, and that's not the point of this video. Disagreements are fine. That's part of life. We can't expect positive vibes only. Life has its ups and its downs, it has its disagreements, and that is fine. But I think there should be like this baseline agreement where we agree that different wash routines work for different people, that there's not just one carved out routine that works for one washer or one type of hardness level, like water hardness level, or just like certain types of diapers. I think there should be just a mutual agreement that not every wash routine works for everybody. But I just don't think that there's one wash routine that fits everybody's lifestyle. There's just not. There's a lot of factors that come into this. So one, the type of diapers you use. If you use flat diapers, these aren't going to need as much detergent. Plain and simple, I figured that out the hard way. These aren't going to need as much detergent. If you're using something like microfiber or microfiber all-in-ones, these are going to need more agitation. They're going to need more detergent, more water, because there are a lot of layers in here. The water and the soap have to pass through way more layers in order to get this clean, as opposed to a flat, which is just a single layer of fabric. And so, you know, the water and the soap agitate through this quickly. And also the flats and hand washing challenge that I've taken for the past 3 years has really shown me how easy these are to wash, and really how these really don't need a lot of soap. But these will need more soap, these will need more water, these will need more agitation. And so the type of diapers that you have in your stash will determine, you know, how much soap you need and all that good stuff, like how they need to be cleaned. And there are a lot of other factors, like your water hardness level, how many diapers are actually in the wash, how much water are you using, how much detergent are you using, how much agitation are your diapers getting in the wash. Well, I'm team simplify, simplify, why can't I say that? Simplify cloth diapering, okay? Simplify it. Okay, start off with a baseline routine. Okay, start off with a baseline routine. If that doesn't work, just kind of adjust as time goes by. There's just so much like drama. I saw this one girl on Facebook like commenting on people's posts a few years ago, saying that if you intentionally have a bad wash routine and you're not following the guidelines, then you're harming your baby. You're abusing your baby. Like, Like, how you get there, girl? That's like really extreme. Like, how do you go from like trying to find a good wash routine to like abusing your babies because your wash routine isn't perfect? I think some of that comes from like your babies can get rashes, they can get like ammonia burns, which is like kind of the extreme end. You can get yeast rashes from a bad wash routine. So yeah, your bad wash routine can result in rashes for many different reasons. Maybe it's just the material, maybe it's the natural fiber, maybe it's the stay dry material, maybe it's the elastic, maybe it's the detergent you're using. Maybe they're not getting clean enough. Maybe it's like ammonia buildup. Maybe you're not using water softener when you have hard water. So there are a lot of factors why your child could get a rash. But calling someone a child abuser because of a bad wash routine, like, did you stretch before that reach? So yeah, I don't like to talk about wash routines because of that, because it's so polarizing and it's just a lot of drama, and people, they really go to extreme ends like when you're talking about wash routine, and I don't think it needs to be that complicated. We have to stop making it so complicated. And like, if your wash routine isn't perfect, tweak it a little bit and see if that works for you. There's just too much. There's too much for newbies. There's just like a whole culture of like turning this into a religion, kind of like you have to do it this way and this way and this way and this way. And if you aren't doing it that way, then you're doing it wrong. And if you're doing your wash routine that way and you're still ending up with issues, then you're lying about what you're doing, because this routine is perfect. It's tested by thousands of people, and if you're not doing it perfectly this way and you're still ending up with issues, you're probably lying to us about what you're doing. Like, that whole mindset, that whole culture is like really messed up, and I think we all need to like take a deep breath and be like, wait a minute, we don't need to complicate diapering as much. We don't need to like make it so complicated. I do want to say this before I log off, because this video is going to be drama in itself, which is why I don't like talking about wash routines, but it is what it is.
I'm just speaking my truth, man. Speaking my truth.
When you're washing things like flats and covers specifically, these are going to wash really easily. Very easily. Flats are very forgiving. I used to really love like all-in-ones, and for a while I had a bunch of fitteds in my stash, and those are hard to clean. They're going to need more water, they're going to need more agitation, and they're going to need more soap. If you're using something like flats, these really don't take a lot of detergent. I'm not saying use half a teaspoon of detergent. That is ridiculous. You know, what is the agitation your diapers are getting? How much water are you using? And mess around with the soap amounts. Don't use just like drops of soap, but don't use like a whole full scoop of soap, because you just might end up with detergent buildup. In my experience, I have absolutely dealt with detergent buildup, and so I'm just sharing from my experience.
Why is my nose so itchy? Oh my goodness.
But like, you know, there are groups out there that tell you that detergent buildup is not a thing. You can use too much detergent with maybe not proper agitation, and over time, your diapers just hold on to soap. If you use, like, that's like if you take a shower and you're like showering and you use a huge glob of soap and you're just like washing your hair, and you don't necessarily scrub your hair as well as you should, and you don't thoroughly rinse it out, and there's still some residue left in your hair, you can get buildup in your hair. That is a real thing with your hair. You can get soap buildup in your hair. Same with cloth diapers. If you're not fully washing them and they're not getting agitated as well, and there's too much soap, you can end up with soap residue in your diapers. I know that's unpopular, and again, that's another reason I don't touch on the cloth diaper washing. Even just me saying that, people are gonna get
So riled up. Check mark for controversial video of the year.
This topic shouldn't be controversial. If you're worked up about wash routines, you need to like simmer down a little. It ain't that serious. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later.
Did you make it? Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you want?